On this week's episode, we're heading to the Buckeye State to hunt with Matt Day. We've hunted with him in the past. He usually knows where the birds are. It's no exception this time. He's been watching the trail cameras. He's got birds located. Dad and I are excited to get after them.
Turkey Hunter is brought to you by Browning, the best there is.
Well, guys, we just drove into Ohio. We just crossed the Ohio River, and it's springtime here in Ohio. We're heading to hunt with Matt Day. We didn't get to hunt with him last year because of all the COVID situation and all that stuff, but we get to this year. And he's been doing his homework. He's been running the Browning trail cameras, getting gobblers all over them. He said, you got to get up here. You got to hunt these turkeys. Opening day's tomorrow, and I got Dad with me, and we're going to see if we can't fill some Ohio tags. So we're excited. We're going to get here at Matt's, get settled in, and maybe do a little scout and see if we can't find out where they're hanging for the morning hunt. So fingers crossed. Southern Ohio, guys. Running cameras. These turkeys like it up on this high spot right here. Man, it's got a food plot. Beautiful little plot. The turkeys like to roost on the back side of it right here. It's big timber. Love that big timber right there. We're gonna go back and check these cards.
We're in Ohio, fixing to get after them. It's a little cool this morning. But the good part about it is I didn't know it was going to be this green here. It's about as green as it is back home. So that's a plus, give you a place to hide. Hopefully we'll get on some this morning.
Well, these birds finally hit the ground, and when they do, they start putting. And it's not long, and we see why they're putting. A coyote has stepped out into the clover food plot. Well, this coyote starts heading right toward the gobbling turkeys. So this turkey hunt has just changed into a coyote hunt.
kitty. We had a gobbler coming to us, and we heard a hen putting and carrying on. And we knew probably a coyote was after him because there was a coyote on the Browning trail cam pictures 2 or 3 different times in the daylight. And then that gobbler, he just kind of hung up on that tree line and would gobble every now and then. And basically everything just shut up. Well, we figured out why. And a coyote come across that clover plot. He was a little too far out there to kill. And Russ got to squealing at him. And he wheeled back around over here. And I popped him with that Browning. And some of that apex, he didn't like it, did he?
I didn't like it a bit. He ain't gonna be chasing no turkey no more. That thing simmer down right here, you'll kill a turkey.
Well, about 30 minutes goes by, and the gobbler that was in front of us heats back up and starts answering the call and closing the distance.
He's gobbling at you. He's cutting you off.
I didn't hear him gobble that time.
He's gonna what about a coyote and a gobbler on opening day?
Thank you.
God, look at the blood dripping out of it. Apex, baby.
That sure do a number on Morgan.
Congratulations.
Man, I enjoyed that. Thank you so much.
That's a good hunt.
It's good or nothing.
Let's do it.
Well, the rain finally showed up. It's peppering it pretty good. We had a good hunt this morning. Opening day here in Ohio.
What you talking about?
South Zone, and we knew the birds were here. Brown trail cams have been showing them show up, but Matt had them pegged pretty much. And we come up here this morning, they gobbled on roost pretty good. Two in front of us hit the ground, kind of shut up. This dude, he got hot, and he closed the distance to us about 200 yards, and he just wouldn't come no further. Got to putting, and I'm assuming Coyote spooked him. He putted and got quiet there for a minute, and then the coyote actually popped out in front of us. Dad ended up shooting the coyote. We just hung tight, and bird got fired back up and got to gobbling, and 5 or 6 times. And the next time I called with my mouth calling, he had done closed the distance. He was about 100 yards, wasn't he?
Yeah, I never got excited then. I knew he was coming.
And the next thing you see is that fan coming right toward the clover and the decoys, and it was a good hunt. He gobbled a couple times at the decoy, and Dad made a great shot. It was just a good hunt and a great opening morning here in Ohio. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Good shooting.
Thanks.
Let's go get dry and see if we can't find something to hunt in the morning.
There you go.
Turkey Hunter is also brought to you by Apex Competitions, Indian Creek Shooting Systems, Replica Decoy Company, Foot on the Head Game Calls, Grounded Brand Turkey Vests, Apex Ammunition, Vortex Optics, Tacticam, and Browning Trail Cameras.
Sign up today for the Apex Spring Turkey Challenge. Over $120,000 in payouts based on the total number of entries in your state. Reward your passion, reward your turkey harvest. And good luck from all of us here at Turkey Hunter TV. Well, it's the last morning, and Dad and I decided to head right back to the place where he killed his bird. We were grilling the evening before, and we heard a bird gobble on this ridge, so we felt like that's where we needed to go. Sure enough, the bird is right where we thought he'd be, but he's not alone. There's several jakes and hens with him. The jakes hit the ground and they head toward us, and the gobbler and hens head across the bottom in front of us and into the next field. This bird is steady more gobbling than the field across the way. So I look at Dad and say, let's just go kill him. We ain't got nothing to lose at this point, so I grab the fan and we start covering ground towards him.
There he is. Right there, see his fan? I'm fixing to kill him. Get low and I'll go to the cedar right here.
What's not long, and I spot the gobbler strutting in the field in front of a barn. Now all I have to do is get in a position where I can show him the fan.
Here he goes.
I show him the fan and I start calling, and he immediately responds and starts heading our way.
You still see?
As he gets closer, I notice there are several hens with him, and I'm having trouble getting a shot because of all the turkeys around.
I think I see his head. He's walking back to the right now.
They finally separate, so I just stand up to try to get him to stick his head up for a good clear shot.
Got it? Yeah. Got him. I got him. Last day, Ohio bird, right before we got to go to Kentucky, and he's a hammer. A good 3-year-old bird.
Well, what a unique hunt, guys. We made this one happen. It's our last day here in Ohio. We just decided to come up here last night. We were cooking steaks, heard this dude gobble up here in the clover plot where Dad killed the other day, and we got here early this morning, put the decoy out, and sure enough, right at light, Jake started kelking. And I knew there had to be a gobbler there because a lot of times they'll honor that strut with 2 or 3 notes on the limb, and sure enough, this big boy was there. He had about 15, 12 hens with him, and 6 or 8 jakes were in there too. They kind of scared me because usually the jakes will run the gobbler off. This wasn't the case. This dude's got the spurs and the body size. But the hens ended up leading him over to the next field. And he gobbled 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, you know what? We ain't got nothing to lose. Let's go get him. Let's go slip to him, see if he'll come to this fan. We took the fan with us, and I slipped out to the edge of the field and looked to the right, and I could see this big rain barrel out there blowed up in front of that barn. I mean, just a giant bird. Held the fan up, called. He actually gobbled one time at my call. I didn't know there were that many hens, and he started easing to us. He dropped strut and started coming to us. At one point, I thought he was going to run to us. But he gets to the 50-yard mark, and I see a bunch of heads stick up, and he's in range. I didn't want to kill 2 or 3 turkeys. You know, I wanted a good, clean shot on him. He eased off the hill a little bit, and I stood up. I said, you know what the heck with it, I'm gonna stand up and see if I can get a shot. Sure enough, he raised up. Dad was on him. He was by himself, and I shot and made an incredible shot at about 55 yards. The number 9 2 3/4 apex shell is impressive. Coupled with this Indian Creek 665 and that Brown and Max's too, it has to be no jive, the best turkey gun combination I have ever shot. And a lot of times that's the difference in going home with a turkey and going home without one. And we're going home with one. And we can't thank Matt Day enough for allowing us to come out here and hunt his turkeys. We have had an absolute ball. That was fun.
Congratulations.
Thank you.